Hi, I'm Teresa, and I have a very simple reason for making this video, and that is because I could not find what I needed for studying on YouTube or anyplace else. I am in cosmetology school, and after 30 years of nursing have changed professions to that. Though I did go over the muscles, bones, all the anatomy, and things like that to go through nursing school. That was, as I said, 30 years ago. So while in cosmetology school, we do have 3 instructors, and one instructor particularly goes over the theory part. I am a concrete thinker and am going to continue to go through school to get my cosmetology instructor's license, and I have yet to go over how different people learn. I'm obviously one of the difficult ones. Though I have an excellent theory teacher, she has failed to get through to me personally. There is a lot of studying and memorization involved, but since I am going to be going through instructor school, one of the things that I do want to practice is how to instruct also. So in keeping with that, one way that I am teaching myself is to go over as if I were teaching to the students. We're going over bones of the hands and feet and skull. We've already gone through tissues. That was fairly easy for me. So again, to study for myself and to learn as quickly as I can rather than reading, I thought that I would teach, and perhaps I could help someone else that is a visual learner as well. So to go over the bones of the face, there are 2 nasal bones, and they form the bridge of the nose. There are 2 lacrimal bones. They're the small thin bones located at the front interior wall of the orbis or the eye sockets. 2 zygomatic or malar bones form the prominence of the cheeks or the cheekbones. 2 maxillae, bones of the upper jaw, and that in the singular is maxilla. The mandible, also known as the lower jawbone, is the longest and, the largest and strongest bone of the face. The remaining facial bones are not recognized when performing services or massage and do not appear in the figure in our textbook, which is Maladay's Standard Cosmetology book, page 92. The bones of the neck are as follows: the hyoid bone, and that is the U-shaped bone at the base of the tongue that supports the tongue and its muscles. The cervical vertebrae, of course, are the 7 bones at the top part of the vertical column located in the neck region. Shoulders of the chest, shoulder, and back are the thorax, ribs, scapula, and sternum. The thorax, which is also known as the chest, is an elastic bony cage that serves as protective framework for the lungs and other internal organs. The ribs, there are 12 pair of ribs which form the wall of the thorax. The scapula, 1 pair, and they are also known as the shoulder blades. And they're flat, large, triangular bones of the shoulder. The sternum, also known as the breastbone, it is flat, that forms the frontal ventral support for the ribs. the clavicle, also known as the collarbone, and it joins the sternum and the scapula. Now the bones of the arms and the hands. The humerus is the uppermost and larger bone of the arm, and it extends from the elbow to the shoulder. The ulna, the inner and larger bone of the forearm in the lower arm, attached to the wrist and located on the side of the little finger. The radius, the smaller bone in the forearm or lower arm, is on the same side as the thumb. The carpus, which is the wrist, is a flexible joint composed of a group of 8 small irregular bones. They are called carpals and held together with ligaments. Metacarpus, the bones of the palm of the hand, parts of the hand containing the 5 bones between the carpus and the phalanges. Phalanges are the bones in the finger or digits. Also, the toes are called digits, and they consist of 3 bones in each finger and 2 in each thumb, totaling 14 bones. The bones of the leg and the foot. The femur is a heavy, long bone that forms the leg above the knee. The tibia is the larger of the 2 bones that form the leg below the knee. The tibia may be visualized as a bump on the big toe side of the ankle. The fibula is the smaller of the 2 bones that form the leg below the knee. The fibula may be visualized as the bump on the little toe side of the ankle. The patella, also known as the kneecap, is an accessory bone. The ankle joint is made up of 3 bones. The ankle joint is formed by the tibia, fibula, and the talus or ankle bone of the foot. The foot is made up of 26 bones. These can be subdivided into 3 general categories, one being 7 tarsal bones, the talus, calcaneus, navicular, 3, you'll have to forgive me on the pronunciation of these, 3 cuneiform bones, and the cuboid, and 5 metatarsal bones, which are long and slender, like the metacarpal bones of the hand, and 14 bones called the phalanges, which compose the toes. The phalanges are similar to the finger bones. There are 3 phalanges in each toe except for the big toe, which has only 2 bones, as does the thumb. Now the muscular system is what I was trying to find the most information on, particularly the facial muscles. We in nursing school didn't concentrate too terribly much on the facial muscles, primarily because there are not too many injections that are given in the facial muscles, so we concentrated more on where medication would be given through a muscle. Facial bones, I would like to go over with you just briefly and tell you what their purpose is, or what part of the face they activate, and that explains why all the makeup and the get-up. Normally I don't wear this terribly much makeup, but for the sake of showing you which emotions these muscles may show, I wanted them to be highlighted and to be more exaggerated. So we will now go over the facial muscles and what they are responsible for.